Truth or what? What is truth? It is a set of facts that are 1. Indisputable, 2. Real, not fanciful or fictional, 3. Actual and provable. When is so-called truth not the truth? Whenever and wherever factual truth is replaced with fanciful ideas, fictional constructs, or covered over and obscured by anything other than reality as defined by truth, it becomes false. When quote-unquote truth is false, another word for this is lie. Which is why today lies are called correctness politically, because they distort fact with nonsense, actual and provable with fanciful and fictional, and that which is indisputable with disputable and endless arguments. Such arguments are like the surges of floodwaters that have left the banks outside the normal course of a river, burying fertile, productive land under layer upon layer of silt and sediment. Unless the waters finally recede, that which was once fruitful is soon forgotten and abandoned, like homesteads now buried under the waters of an artificial reservoir when a normal watercourse has been dammed. Once the dirty waters of falsehoods and lies are finally removed, however, the first green shoots of new life, the factual truths that cannot be suppressed forever, are once again exposed to the light of day, drying up the excess moisture and feeding the plants life-giving radiation they require to grow their nutritious and healthy produce. Where do we find an example of deception and falsehood posing as truth today? The inspired words of prophets and apostles we call Scripture has been subjected to every sort of belief contrary to what they taught and wrote. Their original words have been changed and altered, and are no longer represented by the translations into foreign tongues and languages we call the Bible today. Those who blindly read a Bible without understanding how false faiths have twisted and distorted its message into a parody of truth are deceived by the falsehoods which conceal the actual, factual, provable truth under layer upon filthy layer of religious traditions, fervently felt but erroneous beliefs, and emotionally charged prejudices posing as faithful witnesses and actual truth. Many times you can see the errors of other religions, but fail to look into the mirror of your insights at flaws or errors in your own religious beliefs. Ask yourself these probing, revealing questions. What if I'm wrong? How certain am I of the facts? Is this really provable or not? Am I holding fast to something other than actual truth? Exposing falsehood and error is never painless or easy, but it is entirely necessary to get to the actual, factual, provable truth. Without this, even Scripture itself poses puzzling problems for those who wish or want to believe, but trip over or ignore gaping holes as they read or study its words. Only a serious examination into such puzzles, with inspiration as your guide, is capable of solving these otherwise troubling aspects of the Bible, to allow its original inspired message to once again see the light of day. According to prophecies given before the New Testament was written, truth was soon suppressed and replaced or concealed, leaving a crying need today for the restoration of all things. That restoration has begun, and now you can learn more about what this means, why it was necessary, and how much of the truth is missing from all professing religions today, including what real salvation is and how it can be gained. Simply go to aptpublishing.com/10 now for immediate access to a new revealing book called 10 Scriptural Puzzles Solved. You'll be shocked and surprised to discover that all the false faiths and religions claiming the Bible as their guide and source of supposed inspiration are in fact deceived and following after a false hope of salvation, thanks to deceptive translations and erroneous interpretations of Scripture that are anything but inspired by the truth. What is that truth? Truth is something entirely different and other than what most assume it is today, which is why you seriously need to read and study 10 scriptural puzzles solved. It will help you unlock the treasure house of old and new wisdom and inspiration you simply will not and cannot find anywhere else. So go to aptpublishing.com/10 and get started on the path to discovering real, inspired, actual, factual, and provable truth right now.